What's going on, guys? This is Jordan back for Norfolk Gaming, and welcome back to another top 5 video. And again, you guys voted, and this week we are going to be counting down the top 5 dragon type Pokemon that are, in my opinion, that is. So these are opinionated, of course, so if you have your own opinions, make sure you put your own top 5 down in the comments down below. And also, if you haven't seen my type top 5s before, I don't have overlap between them, so that means I only include Pokemon that have the type that we're talking about as their primary or pure type. So for example, Garchomp is dragon and ground, where Tyrantrum is rock dragon, so we would consider Garchomp, but we wouldn't consider Tyrantrum because it doesn't have dragon as its primary type. So with that said, let's get into the top 5. Starting off this week's list, we have to start with the OG dragon himself, the cuddly. He does look cuddly, let's be honest. I don't know, not the mess. I was about to say mess, but not mess. The adorableness that is Dragonite. Dragonite is just a beast. I know it's probably considered quite slow, but I just love it. Lance has it in the Elite Four, and it's probably the biggest threat in the entire game, or the original games that is, and I just love it, so that's why Dragonite had to be on this list, so that's why it's at number 5. Going from one powerhouse to another, and at number 4 we have Garchomp. Now, Garchomp is probably just better than Dragonite. They both have a quad-effective weakness to ice, but Garchomp just is more bulky, hits harder, and Garchomp actually has a Mega Evolution, so that kind of puts him up a bit. He's just, I love it, I love it. My unfortunate thing about Garchomp is that his shiny is not very good at all, just because it looks no different. I mean, his Mega Shiny is a bit too extreme, being pink, but there's a real slight difference with its normal shiny, and that's kind of why it's kind of a bit lower down on my list, so you know, that's why it's there. In at number 3 is the newest, well, one of the newest dragons added to the Pokemon universe, and that is Goodra. Goodra is adorable. It is one of the Pokemon that I did not think I would like, but the moment I got it, the moment I got a very competitive one, I was just sold. And it's so bulky and it's amazing. It hits quite hard as well, being bulky, which I love. And one of my new favourite things about Goodra is that Ash actually gets one in the anime. Like, it's the first pseudo-legendary it gets, and he trained it all the way up from a Gumi to a Goodra. That is freaking awesome. Unfortunately, looking at the titles for the episodes ahead that haven't actually aired even in Japan yet, it kind of looks like that Goodra might leave Ash, and that does not make me happy, because it better not. Because if it does, I might cry, because Goodra is adorable. And I really want to see those anime episodes when they're in English, because it's, look at it, Goodra, love you, I love you. In at number 2, now I think between what's at number 2, which is Rayquaza, as you can see, Rayquaza, however you would like to say it. It is a very close tie between number 2 and number 1, but I think it's recently that the number 1 has kind of just tipped Rayquaza over the edge. But Emerald was my second main series Pokemon game after Fire Red, but I think it's the one I probably played the most, enjoyed the most, because Gen 3 is my favourite generation, and I loved Groudon, and then Rayquaza just tipped it over the edge for me. It's just, I don't know what it is, it's just like streamline, and just, I don't know, it's just like the ultimate, it's the perfect dragon, almost. Okay, almost, because that's why it's number 2. But it's terrifying. My favourite cutscene in any Pokemon game is the fight in Sootopolis between Groudon, Kyogre, and Rayquaza just hailing its presence down, and that just stopping it. That just screams I am amazing. Bow down to me, pretty much. So that's why Rayquaza had to be at number 2. Now, I know what you may be thinking. Jordan, why do you prefer Altaria to Rayquaza? What on earth are you doing? Well, to be honest, Mega Altaria probably, well, no, Altaria is amazing and adorable, and I say adorable a lot in these top 5s, I realize, but it's just, I love it. I really do. Mega Altaria is what has tipped my love for Altaria. Like, the moment Fairy was introduced and being a stopping force for Dragon, I was thinking to myself, right, we need a Dragon Fairy type here. And I was looking through, before Auras came out, before Mega Altaria was announced, I was looking through all the dragons, and you just think, maybe Goodra, but of all the current dragons, Altaria is the perfect fit to become Dragon and Fairy. Because it's like, but it then becomes the perfect counter to every other dragon in the entire game. Okay, maybe not the Alga because of steel typing, but we're gonna pretend that that's not really a thing. Okay, but Altaria, I love it shiny. Gold for it is just amazing. I spent so long trying to get it, and yeah, it was a very long process, but it was completely worth it. And I currently actually use it. I named it Melody, and I currently use it when I get the chance to use it. But Altaria is number 1 this week. So that's it, of course. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you go vote in the straw poll that is down in the description so you can vote for what next week's top 5 will be. We're going to keep Grass here because Grass has been here for a couple of weeks now, and it's probably just because the other type is better. But we're going to put it up against Water because it's the only other, starter type that we haven't done. So we'll see if Grass can actually beat Water, like it really usually does. But who knows? But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Have a good day, guys. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.